What's up, people? It's your boy ABC here, and today I'm excited. You know why? Because I'm about to order my Tesla. Yeah, I'm about to get one of them Elon Musk toys. I never really, I've never really been a big fan of Teslas. I mean, my friend EB has a Model 3 that he was pretty excited about when he got it 3 years ago. Never really been a big fan of the whole EV world, but my car recently broke down, quite unfortunately, and I've been on the market looking for a new car all of this sudden, and I've just been doing a lot of research. And right now, Tesla got some good deals going on, on the SUVs. Because specifically, I wanted to buy an SUV. I was just getting tired of driving the small cars. I wanted a big car with a big, much more space and everything. So I've been doing my research. I've checked a lot of cars out. Benz, BM, Honda, Toyota, Recent one I checked out was Acura, which I was this close to getting one. The Acura, I was very close, right? And then the Benz came up. My friend mentioned, sorry, not the Benz, the Tesla came up. So I'm talking to my friend and I'm telling him how much these cars are costing. And then he was like, you know, with that much, if you're gonna pay that much for, 'cause I wasn't looking at a new car. I was looking at the slightly used ones, the ones that has been returned from the lease. Because normally you can get that for like half the price. So my friend was like, if you're gonna, the cars I was looking at was around like 35 to 40K ish. So my friend was like, if you're gonna go pay 40K for a slightly used car, you could actually just put that in a Tesla, right? You could get a brand new Tesla for that price. I was like, no, you're kidding me. I don't think you can buy a Tesla for a brand new Tesla SUV for 40K. I didn't know much about Teslas, to be honest. I know they're cool. I know they drive around, but I never really paid attention to them that much. So I went on the Tesla website and my buddy was right. Right there, I gave EB a call. I was like, yo, your boy is about to join the Tesla gang. So today, I'm just going to share with you how I'm going to order my car. I did my test drive yesterday. One good thing about Tesla, big ups to you for this one, Tesla. They gave me the car to keep overnight. I went in to test drive it. I thought it was going to be one of those 30-minute test drives where somebody sit beside you and then they just drive with you. You can't really do what you really want with the car, right? But I guess that's something Elon Musk changed. He's changing the game for sure. So I got in. The guy took my license, took a picture of it. I filled out a DMV form. And then he was like, you could take it on a drive. I was like, by myself? He was like, yeah, go ahead, do you. I was like, oh, damn, shit. For real? Cool. So took it on a drive. EB was right there next to me, showing me how things work, very helpful. Because if it wasn't for him, it would have been hard. But the guy did ask me, though. He asked me, he was like, are you familiar with the Teslas? And I said, yeah, 'cause since I had driven EB's Model 3 a couple of times, and EB was right there next to me, too. So it was cool. But I guess if I didn't have any experience with Teslas, he would have gone on a test drive with me. So very cool. We went on that test drive. When we came back, he was like, how do you like the car? I was like, I like it. I'm good. This is the Richmond, Virginia, the Glen Allen Tesla store. Very nice service. Shout out to them. So I was like, I like it. He was like, you want to keep it overnight? I can check if people haven't booked it already. If it's available, you could take it. I'm like, damn, you do that? He said, yeah, you can take it overnight. And so I said, cool. He checked for me. The car was available. He said, drive it home, drop it back in the morning. And man, I had a lot of fun with the car that night. I'm not even gonna lie. I drove it to my mom's house, like my brother's kids came to check it out. They're young, they were very excited about the Tesla experience. And I tested the autopilot out. I tested the self-driving out. That was the exciting part because the one they gave me had the self-driving. Tested all of it out. I had done my research before that. I'm gonna say if you're gonna go buy a car, you gotta do some research about it, right? And test driving it. I drove it so much that night. And the cool thing is, since it was one of their cars, I was charging it for free. You just pull up to a Tesla charging station, plug it in, and it's their cost. They didn't give me any mile limit. If you have a question about that, he didn't give me any mile limit. He was just like, just drive it. So that night alone, I'll say I drove about 150 miles on it that night. Probably more, a little more. Yeah, yeah. And I enjoyed it. So this is the next day after I did my test drive. One thing I really like about Tesla, they don't try to sell you the product. You know how like when you go to dealerships, they're trying to sell you something, right? It's like they're pushing you. Oh, how did you like the car? Oh, are you gonna pay cash or finance? Oh, they're trying to like they sit you in their cool air conditioned room and they try to get you to sign the papers. Tesla doesn't do that. They just let the car sell itself. When I dropped the car in the morning, the guy was like, "Oh, did you like the car? Do you have any questions for me?" And I was like, "No, I don't have any questions. I'm gonna go ahead and put in an order." And I even told him, I was like, "Should I give you a call when I'm putting the order?" And he was like, the information is right there on the website. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them for you. But I don't need to sit on the phone with you. Just look at it. And if you have any questions, holler at me. And I thought that was cool. It's like, they're like, yeah, we know you're going to like it. We know you're going to buy it. It's up to you to make your decision. Pretty cool. So I think I've been talking too much because I'm excited. Without wasting more time, let's get into it. I'm going to and that's something I plan on doing when I get this Tesla. Since I'm not paid by Tesla to do this, a- just a guy who wasn't even interested in Teslas who decided to get one because right now, looking at all the cars I was looking at, the Tesla seems to be what will give me the most value for my money. I just want a car that will give me the value for my money. And right now, the Tesla is winning. So, throughout my Tesla journey, I'm going to be sharing reviews with you. When I'm going to go pick it up, I will do a review about it for you to see what I will look out for. I will do a review about it. My first drive of it, I'll do a review. If anything wrong comes up on the car, I'm gonna do a review for you to see it. So subscribe to the channel. I'll drop more videos as I go. If I add anything to the car to make it look cooler, I'm gonna do videos about it just so you can see my Tesla journey, I guess. My Tesla journey. And I'm getting the Model Y. My friend EB has the Model 3. So we're gonna do some comparison of that and just to show you the differences between the Model 3 and the Model Y. So let's not waste time. Let me share my screen here. We're gonna walk through the process together of how you can order your Tesla, and this is me doing it the first time. So we're gonna learn together. If I make mistakes, we're gonna learn from it, right? And I'm not paid, like I said, I'm not paid by Tesla to do this. I'm just a regular guy trying to buy a Tesla. So let's get into it, man. Let me share my screen here. I have my screen here, so I'm gonna share it. So let's see here. I'm just gonna. This is Google, so I'm just gonna search Tesla. All right, it's Tesla, and then the first one that comes up, the Tesla.com. That's where you want to be. So, uh, if you want, you can just put in Tesla.com. It's gonna come up, but the page comes up and it shows you the different models they have here. Yeah, the one that kind of find iffy is this one. I don't know how I feel about the Cybertruck, man. I don't know. I wouldn't buy. I wouldn't drive one, but I guess it looks cool to people. It is what it is. Model S. My friend test drove this one. Very cool. The premium features, top notch. And the Model X. This is the one that has the flying wings. Like we started one too. It was pretty cool. Like premium features too. That's the Model 3. It has been refreshed. It looks more slicker now. And the Model Y, which is what I plan on getting. Not plan. At this point, it's not a plan, which is what I'm getting, right? This is it. And guess what brought me here to Tesla? The 0.99 APR. As of today, through the end of this month. This is May 2024. through the end of this month, Tesla is doing that sale for 1% interest rate. The cars I was looking at, mind you, I have excellent credit score, and they were giving me 8 to 10%. So that 8 to 10% versus this 1%, huge difference in monthly payments. I'll do some little calculations for you to see. But before we continue, I just want to say AB and I, we have a program, EBC Financial Consultant, right? Whilst we're talking about credit and financing and stuff, we have EBC Financial Consultant. We have the link in the comments. What we do is we have a program where we help people build credit. We teach you about budgeting, interest rates, how they affect your money. If you want to buy a house, if you want to buy a car, what you can actually afford, the numbers they don't give you. We teach you, we train you to understand all of this. And then if you need assistance building your credit, we put you on a credit to help you do that. So click on it, join our program. You can book for a free consultation. We don't charge you anything. We can look at your credit, give you some recommendations. And if you want to be part of our program, it's a little fee, we gotta eat. So yeah, and we're gonna teach you what you need to know before you go shoot yourself in the foot. So yeah, since I know and understand how interest rates work, somebody's giving me an 8 to 10% versus a 1%, I know it's a huge difference. Okay. So let's go in. If you go in here, before I go into ordering the car, I just want to say that if you go order, right, you get a brand new one by, which is made for you, I guess. That's what they say. But if you just want to buy one of the ones that they have already, you can go to this vehicles button here. If you hover over it, and then you go to, you can do inventory or used cars. But the inventory, these are new cars, but these are the cars that like mostly they are like demo cars, right? These are the cars they use for the test driving and stuff at the dealerships. So normally they cut deals on them since they've used them for like few miles. So if you want to come check out this page, you may get a good deal. And when you come here, you can filter the cars out based on what you want. So let's say inventory type, I will choose new. You can do the used ones from here as well, by the way. I did Model Y. I say I'm gonna finance it, and I want the long range all-wheel drive. These are just applying filters. If you bought a car from any website, it's pretty much the same thing. Exterior color, I don't really care, but the interior color, I'm gonna pick white, for instance. I don't really care about the wheels. I'm gonna pick, let's say, the 7-seater here. And yeah, that should be good. I've picked the color. And it shows me what I have here. So Model Y. See how like this is 49,990, but they've cut like $500 off of it. You see this one. Uh by the way, the colors make a difference too. I'll show you. But the MSRP is 51,490. They've cut they've cut it to 50K. Yeah, that's a lot of cut. But you can see like this one has 2,500 odometer reading. So it's been driven 2,500 miles. I guess a lot of people are test driving it. This one only has like 961. This one doesn't have any miles on it at all, but it's pretty much the same price, right? It hasn't been reduced. Yeah. So, when you come here, you can see the current deals on them. If you don't mind getting something that has like few miles on it, yeah, you can find one here. If you want to order from here, pretty simple. View details here, and it brings you to the order page. So you can place your order. You can select the additional stuff here, continue, and just select a place you want it to be delivered to you at. And you just go, and it picks the one closest to you by default. So you can just go in here and just go order what you want. All right. But uh I just wanted to show you that that is available. That's now the main thing we came here for. So let's continue. Exciting video, so it's getting longer, but you, I want to give you all the details you need. So keep up with me. All right. Yeah. Keep up with me. I don't want to just do a very short video and then miss out on the details. So let's do order now. Order now. And then it brings you to this page. Here, you're just picking the specs you want in the car. But see, first thing you see here, cash lease finance. You can lease or finance on our EBC Finance page, YouTube page. We have a video there. We're gonna put the link in this in the description. We have a video there where we talk about leasing versus financing. Watch that video, get to understand if you lease a vehicle versus if you finance it. We have a great amount of details in that video. Like I said, you can always reach out to us, me and EB, and we will give you the details as well, free of charge. Okay. So uh a question is, what do I want? So it gives you the numbers here, right? I don't want to just come in and see how much I'm paying a month. I want to see what the car is worth. What is the total price that I'm going to be paying for this car? Because the monthly it can be tricky. So you can see here that uh a long range rear wheel drive, yeah, 31,500. I don't know why they made it 490. Just round it up. I think I don't know. But you can see it gives you 320 miles range if it's fully charged. Top speed is 135 miles per hour, and the 0 to 60 6.5 seconds. 6.5 seconds, that's not very fast. It's like it's fast, but not all of that. That's like a regular SUV type, or a good SUV though, not like the yeah. I'm not gonna call any cars out, but 0 to 60, that's a decent SUV speed. You know, Me, I like fast cars. I like to have power in my car. So I'm not gonna do the 0 to 60. So let's see the long range all wheel drive. That is $3,000 more. And that gives you 310. The range is reduced because I guess due to the more power. 135 miles per hour top speed as well. I don't really care about the top speed. The highest I'll go is like 80, maybe 100 if the state allows it. I live in Virginia. The highest you can go is 80, and then it becomes a reckless driving. So if you give me a car and it has like 100 miles per hour top speed, I'm good. So 4.8 seconds, 0 to 60. That's nice. I used to have an Infinity Q50, was very fast, and it was like 5 point something seconds. I don't remember, but I know it was 5 point something. So for this to be 4.8 seconds, and this was the one that I test drove, and that 4.8 seconds is still like moves very fast. It shoots. So the 4.8 second, pretty decent. The performance all-wheel drive, it drops from 310 miles to 279. Pretty significant. But it gives you 3.5 seconds, which is fast. It's like a second and like 0.03 second. Yeah. So it's pretty fast. So if you want something that has more slick look, you can see it has uh the red calipers, and it has the back spoiler here. So if you want something that looks like sportier, slick, looking type or car, the performance is for you. But for me, the fact that the range reduces, and I don't really care about the top speed being 20 miles per hour more, and the 4.8 seconds versus the 3.5 seconds, I'm good with the 4.8 seconds. So I wouldn't pay that. It's 3,500 more, you know. But the big thing for me is the range. Maybe if it had the same range as the uh regular one, maybe I would consider it. But yeah, I would just go with my regular long range all-wheel drive. Test drove it, I liked it. So here, you want to see how much you can afford. This price you're seeing here, this is not the true price of the car. You can see that it says here that it includes 7,500 federal tax credit and estimated 5-year gas savings, which I don't know why Tesla does this. Like, why would you put my 5-year gas savings into my car price? When I'm buying a car, right, I just want to see my out of the door price. What is the car price? What is the taxes and fees? This 5-year tax savings the gas savings, sorry, that's operational cost savings. I don't care about that today. I know I'm gonna save money in gas, which is why I'm buying the Tesla in the first place. You don't have to show me. You can show me how much I'm saving. Put that on the side here to say, oh, by the way, you're gonna save this much money in gas. Thank you. But don't throw that in my price because then you trick me. It's like now I think I'm paying $34,000 for the car, but I'm not paying $34,000. Even after the tax credit, I'm paying like 40K. So I found a way around it though. And this is what you can do. Let me show you what you can do here. So if you go to customize, right? What we are gonna do here is that this gas savings, annual mileage, I'm just gonna put like 0. I think if you put 0, it will tell you to put a number. So I'll put like 1, right? Gasoline cost, I'll put like 0.1 or something, you know. Gasoline car efficiency, I'll put like 1. Electric cost, I'll leave that alone. So now you can see that it says your estimated gas savings over 5 years is 0. It takes that money out of my calculations for me, which is very helpful because I want to know the true price of the car and I don't care about this. So now it says this includes the 7,500 federal tax credit and 5-year gas savings of 0, which is what I want to see. So now I know that, okay, without the federal tax credit, which I don't know if every state can qualify for it, which is why I want to show you this. But I live in Virginia. If you buy an EV, you get that federal tax credit. I don't know if every state get it. Maybe, but I'm not sure. Do your own research. But I'm good. I'm glad that Tesla actually tells you if your car qualifies for it, right? So now the true price of the car is pretty much 48,000, 47,990. So 48,000. And if I put in the federal tax credit, the car costs 40,000. And this is what I was saying, man. I looked at a lot of SUVs. This 40,000 was getting me a slightly used Acura. It was getting me a 2022 Acura. I was going for the MDS. This was getting me, I looked at the Mercedes Benz, the GLE. 40,000 was getting me like a 2020 car with like 30 to 40,000 miles on it. I was looking into a BMX5, 40,000 was getting me like 2020 as well, with like 30 to 40,000 miles on it. You know, but the fact that I can get a brand new Tesla for like 40,000 and don't forget about that 1% interest rate is a no-brainer for me. It's a brand new Tesla versus used other luxury cars. The Tesla runs faster. It has everything I want in my car. I had my specs, right? I wanted that cool looking panoramic sunroof. Not because I wanted to open it. I just wanted to have that glass roof. Tesla gives me that. I wanted a car with good performance, something that's fast. The regular cars wasn't giving me that. Tesla gives me that, right? I wanted a car that's packed with tech. Tesla gives me that. And I wanted a car with premium speakers. If I sound the music, I want to feel it. Tesla gives me that. I love the speakers when I test drove this car. It was amazing. You could play the worst music and it still sounds nice in the Tesla. I was like, man, after I get this car, I'm gonna just take it on night drives, just to like blast music. When I'm stressed out, I'm gonna use it for therapy. I'm telling you, man, I loved it. So it gives me everything I want in the car, and it's a brand new one versus what the only brand new car I could get for like 40K was like the Honda CRV, which I at a point I thought about getting one because I was like, if I'm going for BM and a Benz for like uh 40K to get like 2020 versions, might as well just go with the Honda. It would save me money, all of that. And the Honda, I wanted the top of the line, so that was like 41 to 42K. But I can get a Tesla for less. No brainer. I'm buying me a Tesla. And Tesla is cool too. If you're driving it, like it feels nice. Yeah. Yeah. It feels good. It feels good. Do what makes you feel good. Life is short. You only live once. You look. YOLO, in this life, YOLO. That was Kwame Eugene, by the way. Shout out to him for that song. I really love it. But let's go. Just gotta throw some humor in this. So now I know that the car will cost me 40K for the true price, including the tax credit. I've taken out the gas savings. So now let me see the finance part. Let's see the finance. Now it says it's gonna cost 647 a month, right? That's 647 a month. Let me see what goes into that 647 a month. You can see here that it says 4,250 down, 0.99 APR, 60 months. You can customize it, by the way. When I first saw this, I thought Tesla picks that for you and you have to stick with it. But when I went to the dealership, I asked them questions about it, and they were like, no, that's not how it works. You can customize it, which is great. So let me go in here and says finance. So since Tesla is giving me a 1%, I don't really need to put anything down. If you want to put money down to reduce your monthly payment, go for it. But when I started looking at all these old cars, not old cars, slightly used cars, that was giving me 8% interest. Some of the payments were going as far as $800. So for me, around $700 a month was my ideal budget, right? So I can go in here and say zero down payment. I'm gonna save that money because it's 1% interest. It will be nothing. And let's see. Uh let's try this out. So that 9%, 4250, you can do let's do a loan payment calculator. You can just search that of Google, and let's just use the Credit Karma one, and let's just say 4250. The interest rate is 1%. The months let's just say if we're doing, let's do 72 months, which is 6 years, right? And let's calculate. So 4250, if I borrow 4250 for 6 years, which is 72 months, for 1% interest rate, it cost me $130 over the 6 years. Like I said, to me, if I'm borrowing 4250 and I have to pay $130 back, it, it works with me. It works with me. But like I said, if you want to put more money down to save yourself more monthly payment, go for it. But for me, I'm gonna do a zero down. And payment, I'm gonna do a 72%. Let's just say if you go 84 months, I think the interest rate goes up to 30%. So the 1% goes up to 72 months, which is 6 years. For me, I'm doing the 72 months because I want to stretch out the monthly payment as much as I can, right? I'm definitely gonna pay this loan off a lot faster, but I'm giving myself some breathing room. I mean, they've given me that chance to get that 1% for the 6 years, so I'll do that anyways. And every month, if I want to put more money into it, I'll do that. But if some rainy days hit and I can't afford to throw more money at it, then at least I have a lower monthly payment, you know. And now I get to save that down payment for something else too. I can invest it or something. I'm pretty sure when I invest it in 6 years, I'll make more money than that $130. That investment, if it makes me 10% a year, that's a lot of money. So I would rather save it and invest it rather than pay it here. Voila. Join our program, EBC Financial Consultant. The link is in here. We teach you all of this. So now it's saying that without the federal tax credit, the amount financed will be 49,000, right? So I will be 707 a month, which will be a little over my budget. But when the federal tax credit is added, you see how I managed to get rid of the gas savings, which is good because I didn't want to see that in here. I just want to see how much I'm paying out of the door. Now, after the federal tax credit goes away, my payment is $603 a month, right? $603 a month. Bingo. Way below my budget. Like I said, I was gonna go buy a used Acura for 700 to 800 a month because they were giving me 8 to 10% interest rate. So with this one, I'm paying 600. No brainer for me. You know, if let's see, if we decide to do 5 years, which is 60 months, it comes out to after the savings 719 a month, which is still not bad. Like I said, I'll pay it off earlier than that. But if you do 48 months, it goes to 894, almost 900. 36 months. If you want to knock off the payment in 3 years, 1100. If you want to do that, go for it. And if you want to go to like 84 months, like I said the interest rate goes to 3%, so it start costing you money. 564. I think if I'm gonna pay 564 at 3%, I might as well just go for the 72 months and just do 603. It asks you, you can include your estimated taxes and fees. If I include that in here, it recalculates it, put it at 607, you know. Yeah, not bad. Let me just hide it. My plan is to pay that one out of pocket, by the way. So yeah, 603 a month. I can afford it. And what you can do here is you can see if you pre-qualify. It's just gonna ask you to put like your it's the same thing on this page here. It's gonna ask you to put your first name, your last name, email, date of birth, annual income, and that. And it's a soft. They don't even put your credit. It's just based on the annual income because you don't put your social security here, and it tells you how much you can afford. I did this before I went to test drive the car. I did it. It gave me like $120,000. I'm like, Tesla, me, I'm not gonna come buy $120,000 car. Even this 40, I've been dreading the car note. I've never had a car note. I've always paid for my car. I normally go for used cars. But now I just I'm like, yeah, let me drive something nice. Cause why not? I can afford it. So that's the key. Make sure you can afford it. So why not? But $120,000 car, Ghana boy like me, no, Enfa. I no go far. So I'm going for my 40K. That's my budget. Yeah, guys, that car business, it can trick you into it, man. Don't buy a car you can't afford, I beg. So, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. These are just the incentives it shows you, shows you what you can qualify for in your area. Good information, Tesla. So now I've seen I can do this 603 a month for 72 months. Get to pay it off earlier. Now we get to pick the specs for the car, the fun part. All right. So now you've seen how much money you can afford. Now we get to pick the paint, the exterior paint. The gray one, you can see that is included. That's what comes with it. I see that on the road a lot, and I can see that because it comes with it. But I think the most popular Tesla color is the white. I don't know why everybody likes the white, but I guess that was one of the cool colors in the beginning. So, but I'm about to click on it and you will see the catch. If you do the white, now it's gonna cost you $1,000 more, right? It's gonna cost you $1,000 more. Mm, I don't like the white anyways. I wouldn't buy a white one. If you go for blue, that's just $1,000 more. I've seen the blue ones, pretty cool, but you know, I'm not really a big fan of buying me a blue car. Maybe if I was buying a car for my mom, I'll buy a blue car for her because it will look cool on her. Not for me. I like black cars, like black on black. If it's black sitting on like black wheels and everything, yeah, that's dope. So black one costs 1,500 more. So they're gonna add that 1,500 to your price here. So the red one costs 2K more. Ah, I like red cars. My previous car before the Infinity, it was a red car. I really loved it. It's like when you when you drive it, like you get recognized. The disadvantage about red cars is study shows that police pull red cars more than any other car. If you buy a red car, be ready to get pulled over a lot by the police. But it's like it's cool. It gets recognized. I guess that's how the police sees it a lot. So and this silver, this is the one that just came out. When I went to test drive it, they had this color. But for $2,000 more, I don't know how I feel about it, man. Tesla, these colors, you're playing with us, man. Like, make it like 500 more. That makes sense. But how do I gotta pay $2,000 more to change the color of my car? I don't agree with that one, man. But hey, it is what it is. They make their car, they determine what they're gonna do. So yeah, with me, I'm perfectly fine with the gray. It's free. And I'm not a big fan of the exterior of my car, right? Like I feel like a lot of people they care about the exterior. They pull up with a car, beast looking on the outside, but you sit on the inside and it's kind of boring. I'm like, I sit on the inside of the car. So I want a better interior. I want a dope interior. The outside is just meant for people to look at. I don't care. If you see my car and you think it's ugly, it is what it is. That's on you. The inside, it gotta look nice because that's where I sit. That's where the luxury has to belong. Right. So that's me. So the paint of the car on the outside, the gray works for me. I like dim colors, like I don't like something too bright. Dim, you don't get recognized, but it's like you push it through the crowd and it's like nobody sees you going around. I don't want to be the famous guy on the block. I want to be the guy that nobody recognizes, but it's like you're doing well for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So gray for free. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna pay no damn $2,000 for a red or black. Nope. So now let's do the wheels. The wheels, the 19-inch ones, which are these ones. I don't really like the color. I feel like if they had just gone with the dark gray, I would really prefer that. But like I said, the outside, I can compromise on that. If you do the black, which is what I would do, I really like the black, gray color, gray car on black wheels, amazing. But the reason why I'm not doing the black wheels is number one, it adds $2,000 to your bill. Here, you can see these ones are included. These ones, $2,000 more. $2,000 for wheels? Nah, it's not worth it to me, man. It's not worth it. I'm not paying $2,000 for wheels. And the another disadvantage is it reduces your range, right? So if I go in here, you can see I get the full 310-mile range. If I come here, it reduces it to 292, which is like 18 miles. Yeah, I guess it may not be a lot, but if when it comes down to needing it, that 18 miles can be clutch. So the fact that you're charging me $2,000 is one thing. But now you reduce my range too. So it's a disadvantage, So it's like you're getting a nice looking rim, but it's reducing the cost performance. It's costing you $2,000. If it makes sense for you to get it, go for it. Me, I'm not going. I'm not doing it. Man, I'll be gone on mine. Value for my money. That's why I'm here in the first place. Value for my money. Tow hitch, I don't need it. I don't really tow any cars. Maybe someday, but I don't need it. Now let's do the interior. The interior, it gives you two options, right? You can get a black or white. I don't know why they don't have more options, but the black one, you know, uh, my Infinity had a black interior and I want something different now. I want something different. And the black, I got tired of it. It got boring to me. It's basic to me. I guess it's classy, right? But it's like I want something else this time. I just want something else. If you want a black interior, amazing, go for it. It's free. I just want something else. I have nothing against it though. I'll go for the white. The car that I went to test drive, it was white. And the white, the advantage is when you walk in, it makes the car look bigger. It feels like it's more spacious, it's brighter. So it's like it brightens your day when you walk into it. It's not like you don't walk into this dark room, right? You want to walk into a brighter room. So yeah, I like the white. And the biggest disadvantage also is that during the summer, when it's really hot, your seat doesn't get hot. You know how like when it gets hot, you enter your car and you sit and then it burns you in the back since it's white. it doesn't like attract the heat. So summer hot days, your car will be pretty cool when you sit in it. So big advantage of why I would get a white too. And it looks better to me. I don't know about you. It's $1,000 more, but like I told you, I care about the interior of my car, not the exterior. So I'll be willing to spend $1,000 more. Maybe if they made it like 2K, I'll think twice about it. But 1,000, I can do 1,000. Again, let's go here and see if I add $1,000 to my car. $1,000 at 1% rate for 72 months. It's gonna cost me $30 more over 6 years. I'm good. I can do that. So, seating layout. Seating layout. I'm gonna go with the 7-seater. So yesterday, when I test drove this car, I couldn't sit in that third row, and I'm not even tall. I'm like 5'9", and I couldn't sit in that third row. So what I did, I took it to my brother's house. He has two kids, 10 and 12, and I let them sit in the back to see if they would be comfortable there. I let them sit in the back, and I sat in the middle row whilst they were sitting in the back. So I was comfortable in the middle row, and they were comfortable in the back seat in the third row. So at least I know that it can fit like kids back there comfortably. So I'll get it. It's $1,000 more. I feel like it adds more value to the car later on if I want to sell it, you know, or trade it in. It will add more value. And it's there for emergency purposes. If I ever need to take more than 5 people in my car, that is there. Maybe I'll never get to use it. I don't know. But maybe it will come in clutch someday. So especially since I confirmed that kids can fit back there. So I'll definitely go for the 7-seater for $1,000 more. I think it's worth it. And you can hit view third row here. And this is how it looks like. So the seats fold. So if you don't need it, you can just fold it and it just becomes a huge ass trunk space. But if you need it, you lift it up and it's seat. It has cup holders as well. It has headrest if you pull this up. And it has car seat clickers in the back. So you can actually fit car seats in here. So good stuff, man. Good stuff. And I think in the middle here, you can actually take this middle seat off. I didn't try doing that, but you can take it off too. And it's very easy to get in the back there. It's just that for an adult, I couldn't fit my legs there. The only way I could fit my legs is if I pull the seat all the way to the front. And I mean, I be Ghana man, so sometimes my English, struggles a bit. I have to catch myself. English is my second language. So bear with me here. But you have to pull this one all the way to the front, which means that it's very hard for somebody to sit there comfortably. Because if somebody has to, then you have to pull the front seat to it gets messy. But kids can fit there. That I can guarantee. Yeah. So yeah, so now I have my let me see here. I have this. I've selected my all my stuff. This should update. Let me click on this to make sure that it's updating here. Why is it not updating for me? These are all different features that you can get. It shows you the comparisons like we talked about. But this should update for me. Let me see. Cache here. It's still just showing these. But at least it should update. Okay. It will update. But it goes to like 637 or so. So yeah, pink gray wheels. I'm picking that one. I'm picking white interior, and then I'm doing a 7-seater. Right. And like I said, if you don't want to go through all of this, go to that vehicle inventory page I showed in the beginning. You can find something like this that fit your needs. And now charging. So now Tesla charges you for the charger. They have the wall connector, which sits on the wall. There are videos on it all over YouTube. You can watch the difference. But I'm good with the mobile connector. The mobile connector is the one that you can take everywhere. The wall connector, you install it in your house and it stays there. The mobile connector, you can take it everywhere. So I prefer that one. It's like a laptop charger. Anywhere you are, you can plug it. I like to have it just in case I ever need. I'm at a place where I can access a Tesla charging station, and I have a home I can charge it at. It comes in clutch. So I would take the mobile connector. It's 250 more. Now the accessories, right? So you can get an all-weather interior liners, sunshade that covers the roof if you want to use it, and the console trays. So let's do learn more and see what it is. So I was actually gonna get the all-weather interior liners, right? But then I read this and it said that uh it includes one for the first row all-weather for the driver's seat, one for the passenger seat, and one for the second row seat. And what about the third row that I'm getting? I'm not getting any there. That's not cool. So I went on Amazon. I found some of them that actually have the third row and has some for the trunk spaces too. And that was like $200. That was less than what Tesla was selling for me. So if you're gonna give me just the front and the middle row, no third row, no trunk, I would rather go for the other ones that will give me all of it for 200. I mean, I don't mind. I'm good with that. So let's see what the sunshade is. This is the sunshade. They give you clips, you can clip it in the car. And I also looked at Amazon. I saw a couple of cheap ones. So I would rather go for that. Value for my money. That's important. So I would rather go for those. The sorry. The tray you can put it in the console in the middle of the car. And it's for like store organizing the storage. Yeah, it's pretty handy. But I've seen some cool looking ones on Amazon too. So I'm gonna go there and get those because these you can see this is one big one and this only has two compartments. I've seen some that have multiple like divisions and everything. They just look cooler to me. I'll do video reviews about all of those, how to install them, how they work. So, guys, subscribe to this page, and we're gonna learn a lot more as we go. Okay. So, I'm not getting any of the accessories. I'm gonna go buy them from Amazon and online, wherever I can find better ones. And now it pretty much tells me the design qualifies for 7,500 tax credit, which is amazing. So great. So now I've picked everything I want here. I'm gonna hit continue, and now I'm just gonna review this. So uh, I'm getting the gray paint, the 19-inch wheels. That is what gives me that performance that I want. It has the black and white premium interior. Premium. I'm a whole premium guy. Ha ha. Mr. Premium. Mr. Premium. you know, 7-seater. Gotta make sure the autopilot, it comes with all the Teslas. And autopilot is where, when you set it, it stays in the lane for you, right? So you still gotta, keep your eyes on the road, everything. But it's like when it senses cars, the speed reduces. It works like an adaptive cruise control. Just like in this case, it actually stays in the lane. It picks the lines and it stays in there for you. So pretty good feature. That's what I like the most. And you can get premium connectivity. What is that? It just shows you all the stuff you can get in terms of streaming videos and all of that cool stuff. And you get the 30-day full self-driving capability. I tested the self-driving yesterday. It worked pretty well. It's dope. And they're gonna give you 30 days for free. But I think if you want to get it permanently, it's like $8,000 to get it. I don't care about it. I wouldn't trust the car to take me to places anyways. So let me see. You can detail it. The full self-driving. I'm not buying it after the 30 days. I'm sorry. I'll enjoy it for the 30 days and I'm not buying it. The autopilot is all that I need. It works perfectly for me. It stays in the lanes. It reduces speed. when it sees cars, that works perfect. So now you can see that the car was 48K and it came with the gray paint, it came with the wheels, and the white interior that I added cost me 1,000. The seven-seater cost me another 1,000. So it brings me to like 49,990, which is 50K, right? Brings me 50K on the dot. And then I get that federal tax credit. And let me see if you qualify. And you know, it gives you. On it. So let me see. So customers can purchase up to two vehicles per year with tax credit applied directly to the purchase price. And these are the purchase. Wait, this is how much money you have to make to qualify. I think so. Okay. I didn't know it had like income limit on it, but cool. Good to know. And these are the price caps, right? These are how much you can qualify if you buy. So the price cap Model Y long range is 80,000. Since the one I'm buying is 50, I qualify for it. Cool. Good information. I didn't know that one. And so let's see here. We go in and uh after that federal tax credit is 632 a month. So now like I selected 0% down, 72 months. That puts me at 632 a month, right? 632 a month, which is still well in the budget for me. So that is good. So now it's gonna say that uh the mobile connector, which was the charger I selected, is 250. And then the other fee, everybody pays an other fee of 250. That's non-refundable. So Tesla charges that. So I'm gonna hit order with card. Everything looks good. And then I'm gonna fill in my information here and I'm gonna place the order. So this is the page it brought me to. Now you can see that it says your Model Y order is confirmed. Like I said, I just put in my information and I hit place order. So brings me to this page. Yee, the order is confirmed now. I'm getting the Tesla, yo. So continue to account. Let's see what it's gonna say here. Just asking me to create a password, right? So password, what can I think of? I don't think it matches. All right, so let me hit it. Wait, okay. Yeah, so now says I can download a Tesla app, you know, and provide registration and incentive details in the Tesla app, you know, estimated delivery. I mean, today is May 19th. It still says the delivery is May to June. So they will reach out to me. I mean, this color is pretty popular, so I'm pretty sure they will have one of them in stock. Video guides. They have support videos here that you can watch, to just educate yourself on how things work, how to charge. A lot of these videos, I'll make them when I get mine. So, you know, I'll post all of them here. Meet your Tesla. Let me see what that one will say. Welcome to your Tesla, I guess, videos to owner's manual, keys, all of that cool stuff, and support, charging support articles, documents, owner's manual, order agreement. And yeah, I mean, pretty much self-explanatory stuff. Can go here. Let me see what the manage order does. I think you can probably cancel. Yeah, you can cancel your order here. And I didn't know you can edit your design. Changes may affect your delivery date, insurance, and price. So if I click the edit design, let me see where it takes me. Yeah, but it just brings you back to that same page so you can edit your design. I guess before they make it, or before they assign you the VIN, whatever, you can still change stuff if you want. But yeah, I mean, pretty self-explanatory stuff. Thank you for watching the video. That's how I place the order for the Tesla. Tesla is on the way. I'm outside this summer. This summer, we outside, baby. The music and the power and everything this car gets you. I'm excited to push it. I'm not even gonna lie, man.